Hello, this is Imran for the PMP. You have been getting the trainings from me. I have been keep pushing you to pass the PMP. Many of you might have given up the race. Many of you have already passed, and many of you are still struggling to pass, or you might have a fire going on inside. You have to pass the exam, and sometimes when you see my certification roadmap, it's quite comprehensive, and people sometimes take things that we cannot complete the job within 30 to 40 days because of your commitments towards your family, towards your work, and towards your daily life routine. So, based on the current situation, we are in August. There are only 4 months remaining to pass your PMP. These are the very crucial months. After the December, we will have a new pattern of exam, and no one knows which type of questions will be coming, how it will change. And then we have seventh edition of the PMBOK is coming. So it's my recommendation for everyone, and I would do each and everything which could help you to pass the exam. I'm here for you guys. I try to short down the plan. I have enlisted it, but the written document is a bit like straight, and it's very direct. To completely explain it, I thought to record this video. So here I am. What you have to do, if you haven't started, if you have forgotten everything, the first of all thing, you can attend my training at any time. It's going on every month. You can attend any batch you like free. I'm not going to charge anyone for any training which is going to happen till December. If you have forgotten, if you want to revise, come and attend my daily schedules. You guys keep receiving the messages that when my training is going on. Contact me, and I'll share you the meeting details and each and everything, so you can attend the training and you can pass on. Now the biggest question is, with the full routine life, how to pass the PMP. I always say that guys, when you want to pass the PMP, you have to attach a motivation about it. Why PMP is important in your life? Is it about your promotions? Is it about your monetary benefits? Is it about your job security? Or you are thinking for your future, or you have a better vision? And that's how it is connected. Once you will have a vision, and if you will stick to that vision, and if you have the guts to achieve that vision, for sure you will be successful in any part of the domain, not only in PMP, everywhere. So on a very lighter note, just to start yourself, what you can do, let's just start from tomorrow. Forget Friday, enjoy your family time today. Let's just start today. Compile yourself, take this thing I'm sending you via WhatsApp. Do not print PMBOK if you don't have it. I have already sent you the soft copy. Just print the chapter number 1. And if you cannot print it, do not give yourself excuse. Open in your laptop or devices you have. You already have the soft copy shared by me. So read chapter 1 from PMBOK. Once you will read it, you might feel it boring. No problem. You don't need to understand each and every word, and you need to skim the contents. Once you will skim it, just relax yourself. Next day, the same time, whatever you have selected, which is ideal. I always say, when you are studying, keep yourself undistracted. No mobile phones, no families, no friends, no TV, nothing else. Just sit in a corner where no one can disturb you. Focus. In 30-40 minutes, you will get your results directly. Next day, start with the chapter number 2, the organization influence. Then chapter 3, which is about role of project manager. So you will have a solid foundation to start with. What is PMP about, which type of organizations we are working, what are the OPAs, what are the EEF, how the project manager plays the role. Then on day 4, solve the question from read the book which has been sent to you via WhatsApp or via email. Open the book, solve the question. There are 25 questions at the end of chapter 2 and similar at the end of chapter 3. Solve it. You may find some gaps, fill those gaps, and then move on. Then go to the chapter of scope. Read the chapter one day enough, make your notes. And once I say make your notes, so I always advise every student of mine, do not rewrite the definitions. You already have the brief of the slides. The best thing is connect the dots. How to connect the dots? Just to illustrate in front of you what you can do in your notebooks, what you are noting down. I always say, make the circles, make the triangles, make the shapes, and in those shapes write the keywords, write the core concept, and so on. So, and then connect the topics, that okay, it is going from here, and then it is going from here to here, and then it is going from here. Because when you will be revising those things, you cannot read everything. but pictures are easier to understand, pictures are easier to remember, pictures can explain more things in a more mind mapping way. So prepare a mind map of every chapter while you are reading it, so the whole information is being inked onto the paper or onto a soft note papers or whatever you guys have. So make a note for each chapter like this and keep going on, and while solving keep these notebooks with you, and also the Ricardo Burgos process chart with you. So you will read one day chapter and you will solve the question from Rita book for the chapter, and you will solve the question from the Rita Fast Track. There is a software which has been given to you. It's Rita Fast Track. It's already available in your folder. I have already sent you how to install it. I will send it again. Once you open it, you have to keep your internet closed and you have to keep it off throughout the installation and throughout the usage. Once you finish one chapter, go to here. For example, you have finished chapter 1, 2, and 3. Then you will go to the knowledge area and we will collect the framework. What is framework is actually the combination of all the things, and you will start the exam. You can answer the questions. The layout is actually the similar. The user interface is similar to the real exam interface. You can have a question, there will be multiple options. If you don't know the answer, you can peek at answer to check what is the answer. If you don't want to answer, you can click on mark for review and you can go to the next question, and you will keep solving the questions. And if you want to come back, click on review and it will show you that you have marked for review. Click on it, it will open, and that's how you can complete the questions. First time when you will complete it after reading and completing the questions from Rita book, you might get 60-65%, no problem. Note down your mistakes. This is most important part. Note down your mistakes, what went wrong and why did you select that answer. Once you finish this, keep repeating it. At the end of the exam you will get your score, that how much you have achieved. So if you achieve something around 85 to 90%, great, move to the next knowledge area and keep going. One day read the chapter, next day read the solve the questions, 25 questions from the read the book, and then solve the questions for each knowledge area from this software. Once you finish it, once you finish all the chapters, there is a thing called Super PMP, which means it will integrate all the questions from all the knowledge areas under framework and standards, and it's a time test of 4 hours. Solve it, and here you will not find the answer. You have to answer by yourself. You can mark for a review and then you can come back to check your answers. For every time you will repeat it, the sequence of the questions and the sequence of the answers will be changed. So you don't need to memorize it, you need to understand it, that what will happen in this situation. This is the time test of 4 hours, so do not try to attempt it if you don't have 4 hours. Once you are attempting, please keep yourself disconnected from the whole world for those 3 to 4 hours. No distractions. While you are solving it, finish the task. You will reach 65-70% in the first shot. Keep repeating it until you get 90%. All the chapters finished, all the knowledge areas finished, you have performed Rita super fast track. Now what you have to do, you have to come down and you have to solve 200 questions which I have sent as for the Mr. Oliver Lemon. They are a good kind of questions. You can solve these questions. And a part of that, I have sent you 200 questions from PMI. Exam style is 100% like this. Exam style is 100% like this. So solve these questions. Once you will solve these questions, find the gaps and note them down. Once you finish solving these questions, go to Prepcast. There are 60 questions available for them in the shape of 15 questions per exam. 4 exams are free, so you don't need to pay for anything. Go to their website, register yourself, and solve the questions. So it will find your gap, because Prepcast is one of, I'm not marketing for them, but I'm telling them that it's one of the amazing software. You can get your gaps, why you didn't select this answer. They will tell you the reason also, that why you have selected this answer and so on. So it's based on psychometric, so you can still find your gaps. And in the meanwhile, once you have achieved 90% on the super PMP and also you have solved all these questions, book your exams and try to finish the exams as soon as possible. But one day before exam, you must not study anything. And one of the important thing I'm receiving from those people, because exam is online nowadays, I have 3 to 4 people, or think more than 5 people, who got the problem in the exam because their internet connection was not good, so their exam got cancelled. One of the person, he said, sir, I started the exam and I moved a bit after opening the application, and the person who was proctoring, he cancelled my exam because I moved while I was in the exam situation. When you're sitting for exam situation, before sitting, you have to clean your mind, you have to keep check your ACs, you have to check your internet connections, you have to connect your laptops with the chargers. There must not be anything on your table or in 1 meter range of your hand. Your table must be very clean. There shouldn't be any paper or any book or anything. He will ask you to show each and everything. Once your exam begin, you have to relax. Look, you are experienced, you have minimum 3 years experience and maximum 20 years experience, so do not scared of the things. Exam is an anxiety where you have to fight with your brain. Everything is available in your brain, so it's better to complete the task as soon as possible. Once you will finish it, what will happen, you can pass the exam in an easy way. If you will not, uh, every effort, those people who have failed the exam, I have seen their results, and what I was discussing with them during their preparations, they have been performing well. But what happened? They got distracted at the time of exam. Someone said my AC was not working, my laptop was not working, my charger was not connected, my battery went down. Someone opened my door, or there was a loud noise, or I was reading the question very loud. In any situation, they can cancel your exam, and then you will lose the momentum. So the time you have put the efforts, it will be gone. So on exam day, do not try to do anything which is against the exam discipline. And the whole exam discipline, we have a very big problem that we do not read the things. So it's better to read each and everything, how to perform the questions, how to sit in exam situations. A day before, just test yourself like an exam situation, that okay, you are sitting, so you should be familiarized with the situation instead of making the mess into the exam positions. Keep the Ricardo Vargas chart. Majority of you could not print it, so I have divided it into process groups. Print it and put it on your wall. And with your pens or pencil, connect the flows, that how it is happening. It's a very easy thing. It keeps happening, and you need to just understand it. I have given you a shortcut how to remember this: STCQRRPICS. The first chapter is integration, then scope, then schedule, then cost, then quality, then resource, then communication, then risk, then procurement, and then stakeholder. Every knowledge area has a plan. So our project management plan contains what, 10 plans, 3 baselines, change management system, configuration management system, and all the project documents. Whenever we are going to start the project, we need to have a charter. And before charter, we need to have our business case and benefits management plan ready. And once I'm going to produce the charter, for sure we would be in an agreement. Which type of agreement? Fixed price contracts, cost reimbursable contracts, or time and material contracts. So once we will make the agreements, including the seller and customer, the first process is develop project charter, and then you will identify stakeholders. After that, you will submit your plans, scope management plan, schedule management plan, and all the knowledge area plans. Then you will have what, collect requirements, then define scope, create WBS, define activities, sequence them according to the availability of resources and their dependencies, then estimate their durations, then develop a schedule. After that, you can estimate the cost, and then you can develop the budget. Then you have your risk. You can identify the risk, you can perform qualitative risk analysis, quantitative risk analysis, you can plan their responses, and you keep going. And for the resources, we have that we have to estimate which type of resources we need. Once we have collected all those things, then we'll go to executing, where we will manage quality, where we will acquire resources, we will develop team, we will manage team, and then we will manage a stakeholder engagement, we will manage project communications, we will manage and implement risk responses, we will keep working for all the execution processes which are managed. And all these manage are going to the main manage of integration, which is direct and managed project work. And once you are working and executing from the first day, you will start your process of managed project knowledge. So you will collect your lesson learned from the first day of the project, and after the end of the project, you will update the lesson learned register. Once you have finished all, once you are doing executing, you will monitor and control project work. And to monitor and control project work, you will have 10 controls and monitors coming from each knowledge area: control scope, control schedule, control cost, control quality, control resources, monitor risk, monitor communications, monitor stakeholder engagements. All these controls and monitors will be providing you what, work performance information. You can produce change requests on those bases also, and all these work performance information will be input to our monitor and control project work. So it will submit work performance report. Work performance report is only the output of monitor and control project work. Based on that work performance report, you can submit the change request. This change request will go to the integrated change control, where it will be evaluated, and then it will be determined how it will impact the project constraints. And once approved, you will go back to executing to implement the change request, and this cycle will continue until you finish the project. In our agile environment, we don't need to follow this model. We have a product backlog. All the requirements are collected in the form of Apex, which contains user stories. Each user story will become a requirement. We will put these requirements into the product backlog, and we will prioritize them according to their values. And we will define the iteration of each cycle, that how much time it will take. Teams will come, they will take the work which they can finish it in the same amount of iteration, and so on, and they will complete the project in agile in the fixed time and fixed cost of iterations. That's how the project flows. This information is more than enough to kick a start your project management professional certification journey. For more details, you can join my batches which are going on. I am happy to serve you guys. I'm happy to help you guys. So before 28 December, if you would have passed, I would be more obliged that you have fulfilled your dreams, and I have been successful to keep you guys going up and running. So thank you very much. Anything you need, I am available. You can contact me by my WhatsApp, by my calls, by phone numbers. Already I have provided you these things. For any other thing, I'm available. Thank you very much. Have a very great weekend ahead, and good luck for your PMP certification.